of somebody, I'm sure of that. She's been reading my mail. I know it. Tuesday, June the 23rd, and absolutely elated to be joined. Believe me, you're going to love this. Leah Justine is back after 16 months. It is so good to catch up with her. But first, let's do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right. Right here at Galaxy 107fm, 7 after 10 o'clock, 21 degrees. Unseasonable for winter, don't you think? That's really, really hot. Yeah, maybe something to do with climate change. You never know, actually. Tuesday, June 23rd, and believe me, absolutely elated to be joined live by Leah Justine, coming out of Tacoma, Washington. Haven't seen Leah for about 16 months now, and it is so good to catch up again. Hi, Leah, how are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Grant. It's awesome to see you guys again.
Well, believe me, we are, as I said, elated to have you back, and we are so excited about releasing your brand spanking new single very, very shortly. But first of all, we first met, and I've got to give a shout out to Brian Wayne Perry as well, because he was the originator when we first met, if you remember, back then, 16 months ago, a little more than that, with Cornbread.
Yes. Brian is awesome. He's been working on my team for a long time, and I'm super appreciative of him, and that I met you guys through him. Yeah,
well, you know, we absolutely still get one heck of a lot of people requesting Cornbread. We really, really do. We still
That's so awesome. Well, that makes me happy.
We have you in a number of shows, and you know something, Leah? Just recently, we actually did start playing your brand spanking new song, but we wouldn't say anything to anybody about it, and they're going, who is this? and you know something? There was a good percentage that absolutely got it right, which is phenomenal. It really is, you know?
That's so awesome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys playing my music.
It's kind of, this one was kind of, let's dip our toe in the water just to see what kind of response we get. It's one of these little games that we have here at Galaxy, you know what I mean? And, well, we have a good following with our listeners, and they let us know what they think of their music. Unfortunately, our poor receptionist, you know, she's running backwards and forwards all the time with emails, with bits of information, all sorts of things, and of course it goes to the statisticians and then comes to me. Like at the moment, currently, 62 countries online, 94 cities around the world, Zambia, thank you, Zambia and Uganda, every place like that. Welcome back. It's nice to have you along. We are coming out of Tacoma, Washington, Leah Justine. Now, we spoke very briefly about Cornbread being your #1 song here at Galaxy.
That's awesome.
Tell me a little something about it. Let's refresh the listeners' minds.
On Cornbread. So I love Cornbread. It's one of the first songs that I decided to put on this collection of albums. It's just so sassy, and I love how playful and sassy it is, and strong. You know, I think it's a strong song for a strong female, and so that's what really drew me to it.
Well, you know, Leah, the fans love it. They really, really do. Let's not take anything away from the duet you did with, of course, Rod Black, or any of your other work, but this one is outstanding here at Galaxy, and believe me, I think it would be remiss of me if I didn't play it forthwith. So right here at Galaxy 107fm, joined live by Leah Justine herself, here is Cornbread. How are you feeling?
All right. I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Feeling good.
I'm going to have to get you to go and talk to Brian and say, you know what? I think we need to go and do some shows down in New Zealand.
Yes, I would love that.
You know,
I would love that.
Barbara runs and manages Aurora Entertainments, which, you know, assists with bands coming into the country.
Very cool.
You know, we sort of.
I don't think I knew that. So that's super cool.
She doesn't just work for me. You know, I'm privileged to have Barbara. You know what I mean? But she does run this company as well, bringing bands into the country. Now, let's take in the surreal times right now. Everything is sort of like, we're poised and waiting. But believe me, if we put a bit of effort into it, by the time that the magic curtain's lifted, we might be able to achieve something together. And that's Aurora, that's Galaxy, that's Perry Group. You know
we're definitely having to be very adaptive
in
how we are getting music out, and but I think that there's a lot of cool ideas that are coming up. We've started to see like some drive-in type concerts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I get it. I mean, what a great concept, bringing back something that, the old drive-in movie, and adapting it for music. You know, what a great concept that is. I love it. I do.
Good morning, dear. How are you?
You
do miss you. Love you.
On this whole concept called socially distant pop-up concerts. So we're investigating that and, planning a few of those as kind of some trial runs. So hopefully we'll get back out there and see people live soon. Nice.
Believe me, this is great. You remember Darth Vader from Star Wars?
Yes.
You remember that wandy thing he has, the lightsaber?
Yes.
Well, Barbara has one of these wandy things here, right?
And nice.
She waves it around so much. It's a hard hat area. It really is.
It's a selfie. Is it a selfie stick?
Yeah. But, I mean, you'll get a copy of everything we do today, Leah. You really will.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'd love to share it on my socials and promote you guys. And
well, we'll transpose the Facebook Live we're doing right now over to YouTube. We'll send you a copy of that. Some crazy photos afterwards. Okay, well, don't go anywhere when we finish this. We will do some crazy photos.
Perfect.
And we'll send it all to you. Well, it's all for promotional purposes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Oh, we better go back to Lydia.
Yeah, top job.
I was getting too excited. I really was. Carried away talking to Leah Justine, who's joining me right now, coming out of course, Tacoma, Washington. And, I don't mind admitting it. I'm really excited to have Leah back again and promote her music. And, of course, we've got to give a shout-out to Perry Music Group as well. You know, these guys have done absolutely superb. And the work they do with you, Leah, they really have. Got to give Brian a big shout out, I really do. Yeah, good friend of Galaxy's. Now, Leah, you've been in the singing game, well, pretty much all your life, haven't you?
I have, yes. I actually started out in musical theater when I was really young. I think kindergarten. Peter Rabbit was my very first musical. And I loved musicals, but I always loved country music. And so it's just been about 5 or 6 years that I've really focused in on performing live with a band and got the opportunities to do some recordings.
Well, Leah, I think you've taken to it like a duck to water, you know what I mean? And I really feel like, I'm sure Brian Wayne Perry does, that you are the future of country music. And we want to get behind you as much as possible. Now, through these surreal times, and of course this COVID thing that's going around right now, I presume you've been laxing back, making a little bit of music, writing down a few tunes, planning to put together new albums?
Yes, definitely. So it's been a lot of planning. I mean, we're certainly concerned with everybody's health and wellness, so we have not been doing any live shows, but we have been planning music, writing music. I did get to the studio in Nashville in December, right before COVID sort of hit, and recorded my first 10-song album, which I'm super excited about. The single is the first of those. And so we've just been planning for the release of that music, even in these uncertain times. I think music is medicine, and we got to get it out there to folks,
Touche. Absolutely love that. I really do. Just a couple of weeks before the COVID virus, wasn't that in Nashville where they had that big hurricane?
They did. That hurricane hit right after I left Nashville. It was so crazy, but it did cause a lot of devastation in Nashville. So I was fortunate I was not there, but I know that there were a lot of people impacted in Nashville by that hurricane.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of friends that members of the family here at Galaxy that live there, if you know what I mean. Some very, very lucky. I've got to be honest with you. So lucky, in fact, you know, the house next door disappeared, but not ours. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was just selective and you know, weird, actually, to be honest with you. I didn't know they actually got hurricanes there. I didn't think they were part of the Hurricane Alley kind of deal, but apparently they do. Anyway, well, let's move on. I've been told, Leah, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? And more importantly, do you respond?
I do respond. Yes, I do. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook at Leah Justine Music. Instagram is Leah Justine Music, and Twitter at Leah Just Music. And then my website is www.leahjustine.com. So, but yes, I do monitor my socials and I do respond.
You shouldn't have said that. Now you're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans. You know, you'll be there all day. I feel sorry for you now. While we were talking about, of course, your website, do you have a merch store on there?
I do, yes, and it's very close to being launched. We're working that right now. I think it's within like the week of being launched, so it's super exciting. We've been putting a lot of effort into new merch to go along with the single releases and the album releases, as well as the launch of the new label, 419 Records. So it's all been super fun, very synergistic efforts, and I hope you guys like what you see when it comes out.
Well, you know, I'm already a big fan of yours. You know I'm going to love anything that comes my way from you anyway. But having said that, Leah, if these things are coming out in the near future, how would you like to get hold of Galaxy Artist page and promote yourself there? How would you like to put in posters, information, everything, even your websites and all that sort of stuff? Go and use that. That's what the page is for, if you know what I mean, for artists to make the most of it, because believe me, people look in there. Lots and lots of people look in there, you know what I mean? And you never know what might transpire from that. Maybe a bit of money, maybe more friendships, maybe, you know, gigs. Anything is possible, and believe me, it's happened already.
Certainly. No, that's an amazing resource, and thank you. We will definitely take advantage of that for sure.
Nice. Give Brian a poke in the eye for me too, won't you?
Sure, I will.
Awesome. Now, having said that, I think this is the appropriate time to say, what should Mama know, really?
Oh, boy. Well, the secret behind this story is Mama actually knew everything. Moms have like a sixth sense, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it was wild. Like, I could not get away with anything. Not that I tried a whole lot. I was a pretty good Catholic schoolgirl. But she knew, so there was no use in even trying.
Believe me, I get it. I really, really get it. I know exactly what you're saying. So, let's release to our listening audience and everybody that's joining us on Facebook Live right now. Thank you so much for joining us. It is our privilege here at Galaxy 107 FM. Coming out of the Perry Music Group is Leah Justine. And if Mama only knew. Love it.
Hello, Gia.
Oh, Gia's what? Kia ora, bro. Gia is a manager of a band coming out of Norway called Viking Queen. And
nice.
They are coming to New Zealand with another Canadian band, would you believe, called The Mighty One. And we're going to be doing shows in New Zealand with those guys. And Gia's like our secret stalker. He watches everything. He really does. He's my Viking brother, you know what I'm saying? So,
I love it, yes.
So, believe me.
It's up to you.
In
Do you
fact,
want to talk to him?
do I want to talk to Gia?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Gia.
Well, we can introduce him to Leah.
Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough.
He may not accept it.
He may not. I saw a photo of him and his lovely having a kiss the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, they're so suited.
Here you go.
Don't you
This
think?
is
They are
beautiful
really
Leah
suited.
Justine.
Yeah.
And
the
she's
gorgeous
strong.
Leah
Yeah.
Justine. Absolutely.
Hello. I don't see anybody.
That's okay. It's just you and me.
Okay.
It's just you and me.
And me and me.
And everybody else in the room as well.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
And,
Hi, Dad.
and 5,593,000 online.
Woo!
Yeah, it's just us.
And gear.
I have a lot of people
And
say to me,
someone
you
else
have
for
so
free.
many people following your radio station, do you get a little nervous? It's like, no, I'm here by myself most of the time. Why should I?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, it doesn't feel like I've got that many people. But when you see the stats and you get all the numbers and everything, that's impressive. And the reason I think we get that kind of result is people like you. You know what I mean? Without people like you, I wouldn't have a job. So believe me,
Well, likewise.
I wouldn't have a job, you know, and I thank you for that. So let's go back to the desk before I get told off.
Galaxy.
You put it down as gender, yeah, or genre, country/southern rock. Now, I kind of like that because I've never really had anybody describe what southern rock is. I think that's a great example. It really, really is. And a good catching of words. I really, really do. I love your influences, Leah. I really, really do. Garth Brooks, Leanne Rimes, Faith Hill, Alan Jackson. The list goes on. It really, really does. Now, I've got to ask you, we started this with cornbread. Can you make your own cornbread?
Yes, I actually do have a favorite cornbread recipe. I love cornbread. It's a very simple recipe, and it makes all the difference.
Well,
But yes, I do have my own cornbread recipe.
I'm going to get you to pass that on to Barbara so that we can make a Galaxy version of it here in the office.
I will. I will private message Barbara the Leah Justine cornbread recipe.
Nice.
Just for you guys.
Nice. Now, is the secret recipe got beer in it?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. No, well, you see, we were kind of discussing this over a period of time that we hadn't seen you about the recipe and what it's made in it. You know, what is the recipe? We wanted to know, to be very honest. And I'm saying I think there's a secret in it, and I think the secret would be beer in the batter. Well, you know, I'm wrong. So I'll take
It
that.
is a secret. That was a really good guess, but it's not beer. Sorry.
Okay, well, I'll take that. Well, you see, I'm a novice.
All good. It's all good.
I've never made cornbread before, so believe me.
Oh my god, really? It's so delicious.
Well, mine would
Oh,
turn out
okay.
like, well,
Poker.
stones, boulders, something, you know, really hard and unedible. Yeah, I'm that good in the kitchen. I really am. I'm useless. yeah, useless. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Well, I don't know.
I've been
had
told.
some,
You can't cook. Fair enough, I can't either. Now, Leah, I got to thank you so much for coming back and having the courage to face me again. I thought I'd scared you away the last time, around Christmas time, 16 months ago.
You are lovely, Grant. You will never scare me away.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much. And believe me, wait till you meet me in person. You might change your mind. You never know. At the same time, if we're considering coming to New Zealand, and I really, really hope you would have a look at coming to New Zealand. We have a few weird and wonderful things we do here in New Zealand. If you're up for a few challenges, you know, these are things we do.
What kind of things?
Well,
Here we
okay.
go.
Well, yeah, okay. Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A what?
A hoo-hoo grub, spelt H-U-H-U, grub.
A hoo-hoo grub.
Yes.
I have not heard of a hoo-hoo grub.
Okay, well, this is going to be damned interesting. You've heard of a caterpillar, right?
Yes, I have heard of a caterpillar.
Okay, well, this grub is like a caterpillar on steroids. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white, it's got a black head, and what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky, but when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter. I presume alcohol before, during, and
I'm having
after.
visions of, so I'm a Disney, I love Disney, I grew up on Disney, and I'm just visualizing, like, Simba in the jungle when he's singing Hakuna Matata, and, like, bottoms up with that big, white, squishy bug, and he slurps it down.
Yep.
Bingo.
Is that what we're talking about?
Bingo.
Yep.
I'll get Barbara to send you the instructional videos, the historical.
Oh my God.
Now, the reason why I say this is the Indigenous folks here in New Zealand called them Maori still have them as a delicacy. Now,
Wow.
at the same time, down the west coast of the South Island, we would love to show you around our country, right? And down the west coast of the South Island, a place called Hokitika that has wild food festivals. Now, you're kind of used to the festivals where the kids are wandering around with candy floss and hot dogs on a stick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, down there they sort of like you see kids wandering around with grasshoppers deep fried on a stick.
Wow.
Challenge the mind.
That's awesome, though. You know, I mean, some people think hot dogs are absolutely disgusting, and they might be. So,
Well,
Yeah.
all
now,
that a beholder.
now we're talking about hot dogs. I got to ask you, have you ever tried vegan sausages?
Bacon sausages.
No, vegan.
Oh, vegan. I have not tried vegan sausages. I have tried like meat substitutes. So that's kind of close, right?
Well, yeah, the reason I ask is I was just wondering if they're made out of real vegans.
Oh my gosh.
You know, just asking, really.
That's a good question.
Well, it's valid, I think. You know, I don't know. I've only ever heard of the things. Never even seen a photo of one yet. Don't really think I want to either. But having said that, we'll take you down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown, this place is absolutely superb. It's a little boutique town trying to be a city where all the A-listers from around the world go run away from their friends and family and take their mates. You know what I mean?
Right.
One of those. Shania Twain owns property down there.
Ooh.
Kevin Costner was there not so long ago. Keanu Reeves was there. Who else was there? Lots and lots and lots of A-listers, really. And Tom Cruise was down there not so long ago. I go down there regularly. Now, you may run into anybody, but if you run into me, Leah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll throw you off a bridge.
Why?
Because we have a thing called bungee jumping here.
Oh, you know, I've done a lot of, like, I've done some things. I've done river rafting, but I think bungee jumping is terrifying.
Close your eyes.
Good. But just rest assured, you're not Australian, so we'll attach the bungee.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Well, good. I'm so glad.
Yes, and we can, and we'll do some whitewater rafting as well. We'll even go down a place called the Shotover River in a jet boat.
Nice.
You know, these are incredible. They really, really are.
This is an amazing trip. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
If you're into whale watching, we can arrange that as well. Absolutely stunning. It really is. We have places down the South Island, literally, it's like time forgot. Like Marlborough Sounds, for instance. You're pretty sure the dinosaurs are still wandering through there. I know they are. Really, I do. My mum was there last week.
Oh my god.
Sorry, but you remember that success thing there? Yeah, I'm going to cop it. I really am.
Copping.
Do you remember Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I watched it a long time ago, but yes.
Okay, well, the original set, would you believe, is an hour and a half drive from this office.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and
I've heard New Zealand is just absolutely beautiful.
well, we're going to take you to the original set now. I got to give condolences to Bilbo Baggins. He passed away yesterday from the movie, so condolences there. But you know, it's still a viable place to go and have a look at. Now, at the same time, Rotorua, we want to take you to Rotorua because we can take you literally back in time there, where we have the geysers, the bubbly muds, all that sort of stuff with the traditional folks of the, and it is a Maori tourist city, if you know what I mean. They can teach all sorts of wonderful things that they still hold in tradition today and still do. Even cooking, would you believe, with natural bubbly water coming, volcano water.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Fantastic it is. But I've got to ask you, have you ever heard of a zorb?
A zorb?
A zorb. Z-O-R-B. Z-O-R-B.
No.
Okay. No, more alcohol involved in this, really. It really is. Literally, you need a few before. I'd like to see you try during, and even afterwards. You're going to definitely need a few after that, you know, just to get your bearings back again, kind of. It's a big, round, plastic, clear ball, and we put you in it and roll you down a hill.
Oh.
Now,
wow.
yeah, okay, it sounds kind of interesting so far, but to make it even more interesting, and why I say lots of alcohol beforehand, is we'll put some runners in front of you, and when you run over top of them, especially over their faces, well, you know, the looks on their faces is priceless.
Oh my gosh. That really happens?
We'll send you the historical instructions.
I'll send it.
Yeah, we'll give you the videos, believe me. Yeah, it really
Oh
happens.
my gosh. Don't those people get hurt?
No. Well, I've never stopped to ask, actually. I've never gone out and said, hey, hold on, are you all right? I've just kept on going down the hill in the bloody thing. But it is a lot of fun, yeah.
Wow. Well, I'll give it a try.
Well, it's far more interesting than an egg and spoon race. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, bring back the old sack race. You know, hop in the old sack, sugar sack.
really?
Oh, gunny sack? Like the old gunny sack?
Exactly. You know, that used to be a lot of fun. More fun if you put alcohol involved.
Right, always.
Yeah, you can, you know, just stir the pot. I'm old enough to do that now. Anyway, at the same time, we'll take you. Now, I've got to ask you, are you into wine? Do you like wine?
I love wine, yes.
Okay, well, we here in New Zealand, and I don't mind saying it, make some of the best wine in the world. And we would love to show you around some of our wineries. Maybe, you know, do a little acoustic thing for the management, and spend the day just enjoying some good syrup. What do you reckon?
I would love that. I love playing wineries and sipping on some wine and playing acoustic in the sun. It's so fun.
Well, we can make it happen. Well, actually, Barbara can make it happen. She's far better at it than I am. At the same time, we'll take you to Auckland, our biggest city, and take you out for dinner on the harbour, on the Hodaki Golf, out in the harbour at night time. You just gotta hate that. And it really is magnificent. It is. And we'd love to show you all of these spots up and down the country and, well, have you involved in stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be amazing. That sounds like an amazing time.
Well, at the same time, we'll get a bit of work done in between, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
you know, it's not all work, it's a bit of fun as well, a bit crazy. And believe me, I'm an accomplished skydiver. I know parachuting backwards. I've been doing it for many, many years, so if you would like me to throw you out of a plane, I don't mind doing that either.
I have not done that yet either, but I feel like I would be okay with that.
Yeah, well, you know, we could do a tandem just to ease you into it, and yeah, believe me, lots and lots and lots of fun. Are you into fishing?
I've only been fishing once in my life, but I really like fish.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, would you consider maybe some big game fishing, for instance?
I think that could be fun. It would be an adventure.
Well, I'll tell you what. Our government literally is run by a woman at the moment by the name of Jacinda Ardern. We love her to bits. We really, really do.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
her husband is a charter boat fisherman and goes out big game fishing, and we know him very, very well. So,
That's
if you would like to take some time out on the water and go after some marlin or something like that, we would be more than happy to take you out and, well, just sling a hook in the water.
That would be super fun. Yes, I'm in.
Awesome. Now, you got to bring Brian, though.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. How else is he going to pay for it?
Right.
Yeah. We've just volunteered Brian to pay for all of this. Well done, Peregrine. Good on you. Welcome to New Zealand. Kia ora, bro. Leah Justine, it is an absolute pleasure to catch up with you again, and I am so looking forward to you coming back again. Now, I've got one more question for you, and this is relevant because, believe me, we would like to see this happen. Now, next time you're near a recordable 58, how would you like to do me a couple of voiceovers, a couple of liners going, "Hi, it's Leah Justine, you are listening to Galaxy 107 FM, something like that, and we would like to be able to put that on there, and believe me, our listeners listen, they hear who you are before you know it. They're going out researching who you are, buying your music, you're just going to be rich, I'm sorry."
Absolutely, I would love to do that for you.
Nice, I love it, I do. So, Leah Justine, please come back again with brand spanking new music, won't you?
I would love to. Will do. Thanks for
Nice.
having me so much, Grant.
Well, you know, thank you for allowing us to break, if a mama only knew, to our audience right now. Really
Yay!
appreciate that. Absolutely. Love it, love
Thank
it,
you
love
so
it.
much. It means the world to me that you guys played that song. It's a very important song to me.
Well, you know something? It's important to us now, it really is. Anyway, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Do you remember Van Morrison's band, what they were called, Barbara? No? They were called Them. Here they are with Here